Most expensive items owned by Queen Elizabeth. These are Queen Elizabeth's 10 most expensive possessions she owned. During her 70-year reign, Queen Elizabeth was entitled to many expensive possessions, ranging from castles to intricate jewelry. Following her uncle King Edward VIII's abdication, Elizabeth's father, King George VI, sat as the monarch of the British Empire alongside Lady Elizabeth, later known as the Queen Mother. After assuming the throne in 1952, Queen Elizabeth II relocated to Buckingham Palace a year later following her coronation at Westminster Abbey. Through her Commonwealth and European tours, the Queen connected with the people and maintained strong relationships with world leaders. Her powerful position also allowed the monarch to acquire a number of assets in her name, including vintage jewelry and various hand-me-downs from her father. From owning billion-dollar castles and the world's most expensive art collection to owning artifacts from British history, the Queen possessed many assets worth billions of dollars today. Let's take a look at Queen Elizabeth II's most expensive possessions. We will count them down from 10 to number 1. Number 10. Jewelry collection. Queen Elizabeth II valued finer things in life, including vintage jewelry. The Windsor collection, according to Vanity Fair, has been passed down through generations. Her most famous jewels are the sovereign's scepter and the orb used to crown her. She also possessed the Russian kokoshnik tiara, the Queen Mother's leaf brooch, Queen Victoria's diamond stud earrings, and the earrings of the Duchess of Teck. Number 9. Car collection. The Queen's presence was felt even in the vehicles she used to travel to various events and appointments. During World War II, she drove an Austin K2Y before switching to Land Rover Defenders. Her favorite truck was the 2002 Defender 110 TD5, and the 2022 iteration was given to her as part of her Platinum Jubilee celebrations. Range Rover, Aston Martin, and Vauxhall are among the other notable automobiles. Number 8. Real estate. The former monarch's real estate portfolio, worth $10 billion, has always been her most expensive possession. Buckingham Palace is worth $7 billion, while Kensington Palace and Windsor Castle are respectively worth $630 million and $326 million. The Duchy of Lancaster's land is a popular tourist destination that generates $24 million in revenue each year. Number 7. A swan population. While the Queen owned many valuable jewels and castles, the most unusual thing she owned was swans. According to Cosmopolitan, Queen Elizabeth II owned the unclaimed swans that lived along the River Thames. Every year, the royal family held the Swan Upping, in which she was told how many swans she owned over the course of a 5-day ceremony. Number 6. Art collection. The Queen's Gallery at Buckingham Palace houses the world's largest privately owned collection of priceless art. The Royal Collection Trust has displayed over 60 rare paintings for the enjoyment of the public. Artemisia Gentileschi's An Allegory of Peace and the Arts, Peter Bruegel, The Elders' Massacre of the Innocents, and Michelangelo Buonarroti's Archers Shooting at a Herm are among the notable paintings. Number 5. Royal Box at Wimbledon. The Royal Box on Wimbledon's centre court, as the name suggests, is the best place to watch a game of tennis. The 74-seater box was built in 1992 and has served as a gathering place for friends and guests, including members of the royal family, political figures, and commercial partners who are permitted to sit only by invitation. Number 4. Racing horses. Since King George V gave her a pony for her 4th birthday, the Queen has had a fascination with horses. According to the BBC, after becoming Queen, she inherited the royal stud of Sandringham from her father. The Queen took a personal interest in preparing the horses for racing and earned approximately $9 million per year from the tournaments. Number 3. 200 Launa Handbags. For decades, the Queen, a style icon, had been spotted with a Launa London handbag. Before the brand was granted a royal warrant in 1968, the Queen Mother first used the bag in the 1950s. The British company has supplied their handbags with the most recent design every season, and the Queen has over 200 designs of the now iconic accessory. Number 2. Faberge Eggs. The Faberge collection of Queen Elizabeth contains over 600 pieces. It all started over a century ago, when Gustave Faberge created jewel-encrusted eggs for Danish princesses Alexandra and Dagmar. Many royals, including King Edward VII and King George V, had intricate pieces commissioned. Her Majesty owned valuable eggs and various designs that were displayed to the British public in 2003. Number 1. Queen Victoria's wedding dress. Queen Victoria's wedding dress, a priceless outfit that forever established the trend of wearing a white wedding gown, is kept in the Royal Museum. According to Vogue, the gown was made from silk satin and lace for her wedding to Prince Albert in 1840. Before she wore the white wedding gown, women preferred brightly colored wedding gowns, but she started a trend that has since spread around the world. That's all 10 right there. Which one do you like the most? On September 9, 2022, Queen Elizabeth II died peacefully, bringing the world together to mourn the longest reigning monarch in British history. King Charles III has been proclaimed the new monarch. And while people celebrate the new era of royalty, the Queen's influence over the past 70 years will always be a guiding light in the future. Thanks for watching another video from Fun Facts Galore.